I forgot. Right, first things. Can you guys hear me at the back? If you can, wave your arms, yeah? All right, thank you. Because I've been told I mumble. So, no, it's true. Right, a couple of disclaimers. I don't do public speaking very well. I know this. Don't say, oh, I know. Yeah? And second, when you add in the fact that I've been a husband and a father for so many years, I have never been allowed to talk for more than a few... I've never been allowed to talk for more than a few seconds without being interrupted or told to shut up. So, and the other one is I'm not an emotional person. Yeah, I don't think my girls have ever seen me cry, and it doesn't mean I'm heartless. I do have feelings, but I express my grief in a different way. So I don't cry at movies. I don't cry at funerals. Actually, no, there was one movie. There's one movie. I'll come back to that. But what my girls don't know is that when it comes to them, and when it comes to our dog, Twix, I had to get a mention after John. I'm the biggest softie in the world. So today, if I do cry, I apologize. And if I don't cry, it's just because I'm hard. Right? That one movie, by the way, and I kid you not, that one movie is called, I've seen it 3 times, and each time I choked up. It's called Father of the Bride. Straight up. Right, a few thank yous. First one is to my amazing wife, Anju. Not only has she given birth to Shaani, as we all know, that's why she's Shaani's mom, but she's my emotional, financial, everything in between pillar for everything. She's an amazing woman. Yeah, thank you. And a big thank you to all of you, each and every one of you, for all the time you've taken out to make this a special day for Shaani and Jon. Yeah, thank you very much. And another one is for our wedding planner. I know Jon has covered it, so we don't have a wedding planner per se. It's actually Shaani. Yeah? So she's managed, I know she's had loads of help, but she's been on top of everything. I think you got the number of spreadsheets wrong. It is way more than 2. Yeah. So when we started planning the wedding, so I told Shaani, do you want to get a wedding planner? And she was very quick, no. Yeah, so I'm hoping she was trying to save us money, or I'm not sure, but I really think she's a control freak. Yeah? So Jon, take care. Be aware of that. Yeah. Another thank you to the caterer for all the lovely food we're having and the drinks. And as has been said before, the bar is open, so we want to see lots of before and after shots. And a massive thank you to Des, or Desiree. I think she's sitting over there. So she's our neighbor, but she makes the most amazing cakes in the world that I've ever seen. Now, the thing is, you may or may not know this, Shaani doesn't like cake. She doesn't want to buy them, eat them, look at them, nothing. And Jon loves cakes. So today, the cake Des has made is stunning, but I know it was constrained a little bit by this food. So if you want nice cakes, go onto Google, search for nice cakes, whatever. If you want stunning cakes from the heart, pick up Des's business card. Yeah? Right, some people are very special when Shaani was growing up. Let's go back to Shaani now. So the first one is her grandparents on her mum's side, who we also call Nana and Nani. I think they've provided absolutely countless hours of childminding and dropping and collecting and everything in between. Yeah, so big round of applause for them. Yeah. they still insist on providing childcare for Shaani, even though she says, no, I don't need it anymore. But yeah, it's been amazing. Absolutely. I mean, to put it another way, we have never had to look for a babysitter, ever. Yeah, because of them. So thank you very much. And the other person is, sorry, one more thing, my mistake. So your grandparents on my side, I know they're not here, but they would have been very proud of you today. I know they would. Yeah, I would. Another very special thank you is to Anju's sister. Her name is Madhu. We all know her as Masi. But yeah, especially in Shaani's early years, she was pivotal. She was, big help. And then later on in life, her husband, Raj, or we call Uncle Raj. Yeah. So, in every Indian family, there's one dodgy bloke who can sorry, cheap shot at your expense. Sorry. Yeah, thank you guys. You've done so much for Shaani and helping us so much, even today, and yeah, brilliant. Right, let's talk about Shaani. I think you look stunning. Yeah, I am feeling, and I speak on behalf of Mom. Yeah, we are both very proud, very smug. The emotions overflowing. Let's go back to the beginning. So this concept of FOMO, or what fear of missing out, I think Shaani invented it. Yeah? So most kids stay in the womb for 9 months. Our Shaani decided, no, can't wait. There's so much to do. So you were 6 weeks early, is that right? 6 weeks. And not only that, she decided, I can't wait till the morning. It's got to be at 2 a.m. And this fear of missing out went on for her uni years. She did a degree in accounts and then decided, no, I need more. So she started doing law as well. I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Now, we as parents like to think she wants to learn more, but really she was trying to extend her uni life. Yeah? We know that. Yeah, Shaani was always very, very quick to learn. There's a couple of incidents. Well, I'll do one, sorry. Because I promised not to talk about your drinking and drugs and all that stuff. So Shaani was quick at picking things. I think when she was about 4 or 5, we had gone to Nana Nani's house, and Anju and I sat down reading a book with her. She was going through that phase in life where when you hear a word and you say, okay, stop, what rhymes with that word? So she was reading this book, and this is more my fault than anybody else. She was reading this book and no, suck. So I said, stop, what rhymes with suck? The first word this 4-year-old came out with was the F word. Yeah? She didn't get it from me or Anju, I know that. So I don't know. So we all ignored it. Nana Nani were there, we all ignored this. Then I said, all right, carry on. And she went, muck, tuck, and then she used F word again. because we ignored it. So, and then we had to stop you. That's enough. That's enough. There was a bit more here, but I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to cut it down. Mate, I tell you, I have so many memories of you. I think when growing up, Shaani had a very lazy tooth fairy, isn't it? You're constantly writing to tooth fairy, dear tooth fairy, I've lost my tooth. Please give me money. Your tooth fairy was so bad, so bad. Anyway, Anju, both of us. We used to dread going to your parent-teacher days. Absolutely horrified. Every time, same thing. Very clever girl, talks way too much in class, disrupts the whole class, and they have to keep moving her around every time without fail, wasn't it? Has that changed? Yeah, I'm trying to cut this short. I have so many memories. Do you remember our bike rides, Valentine's, and I have special memories of that. And music, we have to do our jamming sessions, send mum out of the room, just you and I close the door. So if you didn't know, Shaani has excellent taste in music, and I'll take some credit for that. Yeah? Not all the hip hop and Drake and whatever. That's her. That's completely her. Sorry, this thing keeps undoing stuff. So when Shaani was, I'll tell you one last story. Yes? When Shaani was a bit younger, and we would go to someone's house, she would go away with one of the other kids in another room and prepare a show. So you'd either mean dressing up or having some props or I don't know, jokes, stories, yeah. And they would come and present their show to all the families there. I'm going to give the honest feedback now. They were not good. We all now hang on. We all loved your determination and your creativity. 10 out of 10 for that. But yeah, don't do that. So I started making a list of the things I like and love about Shaani. There's quite a lot, but I've come down to one that I love the most, and it's her sense of humor. Yeah? I mean, there are lots of others, but this one for me is top. And ever since she was a young kid, I could tease her, and she would. I think she's had so many fake presents. Like a box within a box within a box, and then an IOU inside, nothing else. Yeah? Before you call child services, she always got a present, real one. Yeah? I think it was one Christmas where you wanted a pair of trainers, so I gave you only one. And then you had to sign your name in blood and make lots of promises, and yeah, but she would take it on the chin really, really well. Yeah, I think I'm. Okay. So one last thing. All right, one last thing. So Shaani's younger sister Isha. So there's an 8-year gap. So at the moment they're the best of friends. At the moment, meaning at this stage in life, best of friends. But when Isha was younger and Shaani was younger, that age gap is quite big. Yeah. So when Isha would be 4, Shaani was 12 or 13. There's a huge gap. And Shaani was always a really, really good sister. Yeah, she would put up with Isha's friends, look after them. I can't remember the number of faces you must have painted, for the parties and all sorts. But there is one exception. So Shaani used to love playing PlayStation. Yeah, so she would go on these car games. Sorry. We were really bad parents. So Shaani would be playing this game and Isha wanted to join in. And Shaani would get irritated. So what she learned very quickly was to give Isha another PlayStation controller, not connected to anything. Right? And then every couple of minutes, oh Isha, well done. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. I mean, we're really bad parents. We let this go on for quite some time. At least a couple of years, I think it was. That was so funny. All right, let's do John. John. Let's go to the beginning. When I first met you, I did not like you. Wait. Not because of who you are. When I first met you, I'm a dad, all right? Beautiful young woman, young man, we know what he really wants. Right? But that feeling didn't last long, right? We all grew to like you and love you very soon after that, so don't panic. And in fact, that changed one fateful day. So did you remember? I think you remember the first time you came I think it was for a meal, and Anju had cooked. By the way, Anju is a fantastic cook, right? And John loves to eat. But so we sat down, and John, he's already done this, but he asked for mango chutney, which in an Indian household is sacrilege. Right? We don't do mango chutney, so I had to apologize. But it's all changed one fateful day when I went to Tesco, went to the aisle, picked up a jar of mango chutney, and brought it home. So just to let you know, there will always be a jar of mango chutney in my fridge. Yep. In fact, I now have a backup jar as well. We got to love you and know you a bit more. But the one thing we didn't know for a long, long time is what was your job. What did you do? Yeah? So you kept reminding me of Chandler in Friends. Nobody knew his job, and I think, was it your last job where you got promoted and they actually gave you a title of head of be whatever you want? You actually made up your own job? Yeah. But anyway, that's changed. I now know what you do. So that's good. I hope you know what you do, but I know what you do. Yeah. So John's quite old-fashioned, I found out. He asked me for permission to marry Shaani. He didn't text me. Yeah, he actually rang me, which is good. So he rang me and said, I would like to marry Shaani. And in my head, I didn't say this, but in my head it was no. No, it was, again, not you. It was no one's good enough to marry Shaani. Or I was thinking, what took you so bloody long? Again, I didn't say this. I said, of course, yes, you can. And and that's why we are where we are. Okay, this one is good. Okay. So yeah, we have grown to love you. And the one thing I will say is I have never seen Shaani happier when she's with you or when she's talking about you. And she does tell us a lot about you, so just bear that in mind. Yeah. But thank you for that. It's amazing. Yeah. And so when Shaani was growing up, she was always surrounded in a bubble of love. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, whatever. And I think we've extended that to you as well, and I hope you can feel it. And I know Shaani feels very welcome in your family. So thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. All right. It is traditional. I'll stop. It is traditional for father of the bride to give some advice. I'm not going to do that. I've seen how happy you guys are. Yeah, I think John and Shaani truly understand each other, which is very rare at this stage in your life. So all I can say to you is, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Yeah, I've never seen you happier. I will say one thing which I've learned. I wish I'd learned earlier. But I've learned after experience in life. So life is not about having a good job or having lots of money. It helps, don't get me wrong, it does help. But life is all about making memories. Make memories for each other, with your friends and family, for memories to leave behind. That's from the heart. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask you to stand up, please. And big toast for Mr. and Mrs. Seeley. Thank you. Can I just give that back to you?